Here is number 1 of the top 10 beginner locksmiths make, or locksmith students make. This is the end cap. So there's the end cap pin. So it's pointing on both sides so it can go either way. You can see, just see the spring in there. So what the students do is they, number 1 mistake is they put this in too loose. In theory, a slade should be tight and back it off 1 click. Then the key is perfect almost every time. But what the students do, they don't tighten it down enough. They leave it loose. The key goes in and they can't get the key out. And they get in the bad habit of, always pushing on this. So it turns, looks like it's perfect. The customer can't get the key out, but as locksmiths, we're used to sort of holding it down and pushing it, pulling the key out. So number 1 mistake they make is it's too loose, and they don't check it. So all locks are slightly different, but the slade is basically tight, back it off 1 click, and then it works perfect. So one is they make it too loose. The other mistake is they don't check it. The end cap pin is not engaged in the notches. So if it's not engaged, and this is also the number 1 callbacks we have with new people, they leave it like that and it slowly backs off. And then all of a sudden the customer is calling you. The customer puts the key in, they can't pull the key out. So they're trying to close up the shop or the house, and boom. And we usually tell them, just push on it. Okay, we'll send a guy out right away, or next morning. But the other problem is sometimes the whole thing comes out. Make sure it's perfect, check it. And again, I'm harping on this. Yes, I'm harping and ranting maybe a little bit or whatever, but this is for your own good. Always make sure it's engaged, make sure. Number 2 of locksmith students, and even a lot of locksmiths out there, check your top pins. Always, always, always check your top pins. You put the key in, they key it up. This is a 6 pin. Check your top pins. We're trying to get this on camera, a little tough. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to turn it around, I'll check the back. 6, 5, 4. See, they're all there. There's no extra master pins. There's no nothing. Check your tops. You want to make sure they're all there. And you want to make sure you don't have extra master pins. If you get the extra master pin, you're going to have the potential for ghost keys. So check your tops all the time. Number 3 error for locksmith students is, I'm going to over-exaggerate it here, but when they put the keys in, one or both, I'm over-exaggerating, they make sure you got it nice and smooth going in. Make sure it's flush. Even a little bit up, like you're not gonna have a good key. So number 3, make sure, I always put my index finger on the end, make sure they're flush, make sure they're flat, not like that. This is number 4. And actually, we do a lot of night calls, after hours calls, emergency work, because the customer buys a deadbolt and they can't get it to work. And I know some of the locks, it doesn't matter, but just get into this habit on every single lock you put in. Have the deadbolt extended. Extend the bolt. Have the key out of the lock. Bolt out, key out. Then when you install the tailpiece, it'll always go together properly. And it will, once you put the back on and everything, it will work. And the key will come out, and the key will go in. So I'm going to show you what happens is when the locksmith students or the customer, this is our most common night call, they installed the lock, key goes in, oh, it locks. Yeah, take the key out. Oops. The tailpiece is timed wrong to the deadbolt. So yeah, it locks. The key won't come, it won't, you know, the customer can't lock the door and go home. So that's, again, number 4, top locksmith students mistake. And actually one interesting night call always is it's not timed properly. And this can happen with the key and knobs as well, but that's another problem. Key out, bolt out, you stop one major problem. Number 5, you have your cylinder, you have your plug. Always, always mark the front of the plug. So we have the cylinder. So the whole thing's called the cylinder. This is the plug. This is the Bible. Always mark the front of your Bible. Scratch it, mark it, do something. Now we know what the front is. Again, this is a common error for locksmith students. They'll put it in backwards. So, you know, you mark it, you take the lock apart. Always get that little spring out too. If you don't get the little spring out, it'll fall out on you, so know where it is. So if you haven't marked the front, now this one's easy. It's the new style. It's got the check pin hole at the back of the housing, but a lot of the locks out there don't have. Inexpensive locks, offshore, Chinese, quick sets, everything. Mark where the plug is. And that way when you take out the cylinder, and you're keying it up and playing around, you know where the front is. Because if you put it in backwards, so you don't know what it is, and you know they can't remember, they put it in backwards, what will happen most times? Yeah, it'll turn, but the key won't come out. Look at that. Oh, students going, my key won't come out. Yeah, because the cylinder's in backwards. Number 6 is, you know, don't put the cylinder plug in backwards. Key won't come out. And you get all sorts of other problems, which, now we'll put it in the right way. Now some locks, some crappy locks will work either way it works. There we go, see? So, mark your cylinder, don't put it in backwards. Which takes us to another problem. This is number 7 problem, and we see a lot of this. It's mostly with the 5-pin. Now this is a 6-pin lock. So, it's a 6-pin. Now a lot of the residential versions come, they're 5-pin, so they have a 5-pin key. So this is not the, so they'll have a Schlage 5-pin. So it's 5 pins, and that's normal, and it's got the 6-pin as an extra. The problem they do is they'll put the key in and twist it. So let's say there was only 5 top pins in here. They'll put, I'm not going to do it. They'll put this in and they twist the key, and one of the top pins gets stuck in that 6th hole. So that's, again, common error for new students. We try to have them start with 5 pins, but eventually put them to a 6-pin lock with the 6th hole empty. They will twist it and get that top pin stuck in that last pin. Oh, I got to go in there. There we go. See? Ah, what happened here? They go, ah, and then what happens? They go to pull it out or bang it out. Look at it now. Well, we've destroyed a spring. We've caused the... Now look at that. Now I've totally effed it up here. Excuse me. So we've caught the spring. Look what happens is the top pin gets stuck in that 6th hole. Don't do that. So make sure you put it in at a 20 or 30 degree or 45 degree angle depending on what you have. And sometimes they'll take a 6-pin lock, key it to a 5-pin key. Yeah, they keep the last one empty. They forget to remove the 6th spring. Bingo. Top 10 for locksmith student errors. Number 8 is, and this is just getting a little lazy, is they will, let's say they lose a top pin. The top pin is flat on both sides. They lose a top pin and they just scrounge through their kit and they'll grab, or whatever's loose, and I see a lot of this. They'll take the bottom pin and put it in upside down so the bottom part's there. That makes the lock so easy to pick. And a lot of the if I want to show off picking a lock, I'll put in all bottom pins facing down. So never put a bottom pin with the flat side down, or with the rounded side aimed to the cylinder. It makes it too easy to pick, and other keys will fit in. So always replace your top pins with a proper top pin, flat on both sides. So use a proper top pin. Don't put a bottom pin. I guess it's less of a sin if you put it in, it's not proper, you put it in upside down, or you put still the flat side showing, right? But no, don't do that. And I see a lot of bottom pins like that. So always use your top pin. Flat on both sides, put it in. I see a lot of students do this too. They'll take the pin, this is number 4, instead of doing bottom side down, they go it up. So they take the correct pin and they put it upside down. So that's a common problem with students too, is round side down. So maybe we'll call it, so don't put the bottom pin up. It should be down, rounded side down, and flush. Number 9, just be gentle. Don't beat the heck out of your shims. Gentle, gentle. Locksmith's supposed to have nice hands. We train a lot of beginner locksmiths, and they don't have gentle hands. They just destroy the shims. The only way to learn how to shim a lock is practice. I train a lot of locksmith students, and they're pretty brutal. Like look at that one. How does he do it? So here's a brand new shim. This one's brand new, never been used. But how do we get, now I got other videos on how to shim a lock, so this is not this. This is how do I get a little bit more use out of some of my shims. So what happens to a lot of them, again, gentle hands, guys, to do it. You can just barely see it. Sometimes the ends get bent and the corners get broken. And there's different things to make your shims last a little longer. You know, you can put a little bend in it slightly. You can cut the corners off a bit. I just like them the way they come out of the package. This shim here, so to get a little bit extra life out of your shims, some of them are just toast. But what you can do, and just any pair of scissors will do it, just cut the little piece off. Look at that, brand new almost. And I get another little bit of use out of that shim. A little bit shorter now, but we just use that. So again, quite simple. If you got a little bit of life left, I don't think this one's got any more life, but I'll give you an idea. They bent over the corner. That one's kind of shot, but I'll just show you again. They bent it over. We just give it a little snip. Brand new. Not really. This one's shot. Look what they bit. But again, locksmith students, gentle hands, guys, but you got to practice, so you're going to go through shims. I had one student, his shim looks brand new after 4 days of training. His shim is still perfect. I got another guy, and it's like this, the first lock. So again, gentle, gentle hands. Got to have nice, gentle guys. You don't have to force the heck out of this. We're trying to shim. So there's other videos on how to shim it. This is how to get a little bit of extra life out of your shim. Check the old key. Before you throw, rekey your lock and take the old key and check it to make sure it doesn't turn. You'd be surprised how many times, or no, it's happened to me, I'd say in over 30 years, it's happened to me twice. I've rekeyed, never with a good quality lock, it's always been the quick sets. I think it's 1 out of 20,000, depends on how you want to do your math and what you want to do. Also depends upon wear and tear. But you've rekeyed the lock, you've generated a nice new key, you've rekeyed the lock perfectly. Take the old key, check it in the lock to make sure that old key doesn't work. It's happened to me twice. And I've rekeyed the locks, gone there, put them all on the door, check the old key once I've done it, and the old key still works. It happens with the inexpensive locks. It could even happen with the good locks. Very rare to next to impossible on the high securities. But check the old keys. You've rekeyed the lock, check the old key to make sure it doesn't work. So that's a good for locksmith students. Even regular locksmiths have been doing it for years. Twice in 30 years, I've rekeyed the locks, and the old key still fits. It's just statistics. It's going to happen. You get 1 million+ people in your city. There's lots of keys that are going to fit other doors. So always check the O key to make sure it doesn't work. Okay, this is a, again, a common locksmith students. This is a bonus one. I don't even know what number to call this. It's amazing how many students forget to put the clip in the back. they put the lock together, don't put the clip in. Always put in your C-clip and reinstall it back in. Now, on job sites, what we do now, it's different in the classroom, but yeah, make sure you always put that back on. But have a bag of 100 of these, and when you rekey the locks, throw a new one on. These are crappy locks, and then, you know, the customer doesn't want to replace it. You throw on the old C-clip, and it falls off. And then, you know, who's got a callback is you. So, locksmith students, put on your C-clip. Regular locksmiths and locksmith students, replace the thing. You can get a pack off. All your suppliers have packages of these things, and just replace it with a brand new one. They cost us nothing, and it's just so easy to do, and it's such an embarrassing callback. Again, locksmith students, put the C-clip on. Don't forget, the lock just falls apart. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Also, visit my website, and you can see what online locksmith training I have for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, as well as my covert methods of entry and my non-destructive methods of entry.